Okay, we're back here in chapter 4 of the Pathways of Awe and Awareness, the Sefer of the Yanuka. It's one of the craziest pieces I've ever seen in my entire life. If anyone's wondering why I'm wearing a different pair of sunglasses, I usually have my orange pair, my custom ones by Tenton Optics, my family's eyeglass store. I left my eyeglasses by accident, my sunglasses, in a taxi the other day in Tel Aviv, which I never do. And I was so upset, not really upset at myself. I was like, oh, why are you doing that? I'm like, okay, but it must be a reason from Hashem. So what's the reason? So I called Get Taxi, I called the company. I ended up getting in touch with the lady who was the taxi driver. And she's like, yeah, I have your glasses. I would love to get them back to you. I said, thanks. She says, but there's a reason you left them in my taxi. I said, why? She says, you're here to help me. I said, what do you mean? I just need my glasses back. I'll pay you 50 shekel to bring them back to me, whatever it is. She says, no, you don't understand. My father just died a month ago, and I'm a divorced lady with a child, and no one's supporting me, and I can't even feed my own kid, and I need all this help. And I was davening for Hashem, for a rabbi to come in my life and help me out and give me a miracle. And you left these glasses, so now it's too late. You're here to help me. So I don't know how to tell you guys, but I'm going to meet her tomorrow. I'm going to swap glasses, get my orange ones back. If anyone has a big heart who wants to help out this poor mother, you can reach out to her directly. It would be the greatest miracle story ever, and it would be so epic. Let's go. Today's piece is going to be beyond imagination. Biyira yesh kama mine madregos. And when it comes to awe and awareness, there's a few levels to the game. There's a few levels. The first step of being really aware of what's going on in reality is to know and be aware that you will one day die. You're going to die, I'm sorry to tell you. Ki hadavar harishon shetzadikim mevinim tekef bekatnusam husha adam holech el oiso habor elav yovilo oso bif tiraso, because the first thing that tzaddikim really start to understand when they're little, meaning like a tzaddik becomes a tzaddik when he's already a little kid. He's like a young kid. How does he start to become a tzaddik? He starts to think about the fact that he's going to one day be in the pit and die one day. So this little kid's like, wait a minute, I'm going to die one day. Oh my God. And the first time he has this realization, he's becoming aware of what's going on. He can now enter the pathway to become a tzaddik. Va'al kain take off kishabayim al dasam, and immediately when it arises in your thoughts, this idea, roim heim es atzmam kilu sheistalklu zeh mikfar min ha'olam. You already start to envision what it's going to be like when you leave the world. Like, oh, who's going to come to my funeral? Who's going to care? What's going to happen? Like, you start to think about all these things. You already see yourself as if you're dead. And all the Torah you already learned, like whatever it is, like that's it. It's standing before you before the pit. Like all the things you did is like right there in front of you. It's like, that's it. This is what you did. This is your receipt for planet Earth. And having these type of thoughts saves you from the drug of death and pride and ego. It's like, you think you're a big shot? You're going to the pit one day with nothing, bro. Don't think yourself such a big shot. Like, you don't know where you're about to go. You don't know what's about to happen. You want to level up, be aware of what's really happening in this flipping world. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm getting the chills. Wow. Heavy. We're still going, guys. This is like 40% through for whoever has ADD. I'm so sorry you have to hear me talk. Ki be'emes ein mitzius shel kavod u'malchus v'gaiva ele bezeh ha'oidam sheyesh bo hasanatiya v'hamachshava al kavod b'nei adam. Because in truth and reality, there is no such thing as honor and respect and ego and kingship and being the man and like top guy, top lady. It's only in this world. Like, that only exists here. All these fantasies about like being the best or being better than someone or having more or being anything, all these things are just like false realities that are in this world. And they hold on to your thoughts. They hold on to like humans' thoughts and like honor. Like, people like think about these things like, oh man, like who's better? Like, who's this? Or like, you're like always assessing like, these are all illusionary thoughts that we're looping in our brains. V'al kein kashe'en mul einei ha'adam as zichron yom ha'misa. So therefore, when we're not placing our eyes on this inevitable reality that we will one day die, shehu hayom bo maschilim achayim anitzchim, and that day when you die is when your eternal life begins. That's when life starts for you. That's when eternity starts for you. That's when you get to go free to be eternity. When that day happens, kol mashmu zachayim be'enav heimachayim le'nei bnei adam v'soivim moiso ve'al kein en yachol himalet misim moiso. If you're not going to think about this, then you're always going to be preoccupied in thinking what other people are thinking of you. Oh, what does this person think of me? What does that person think of me? What does everyone think of me? You're concerned about this, and it actually occupies space in your mind, and it encompasses your brains, all these statuses. What's my status? Where do I stand with him? What do they think of me? Do I smell good? Do I look alright? All these things that you're wondering about. You're going to be thinking about all these things, the looping. You're not saved from the drug of death. And you shouldn't don't give in to your mind any thoughts of this pathway of falsehood, of being concerned with the periphery. I don't care what's going on around me. I don't care what car my neighbor drives. I don't care what camp these people send their kids to that I can't afford. I don't care about any of it. I'm not concerned about all the things around me. I got something happening inside here that's really incredible. That's what I'm focusing on. And someone who serves God, in a certain way, like a slave, like I'm a slave. How is he doing it? So he's serving so he can get a reward. I did this mitzvah, I did this commandment because I heard there's something in store for me. I heard that there's a place in heaven that I get some geschmack, I get something good out of it. That's my relationship with you, God. I heard there's a treasure if I keep Shabbat. That's why I'm doing it. You're like a slave, bro. Kemuva b'akdamas hazohar, like it says in the Zohar, ki davka kasher adam nimtzav achuz b'machshavato ba'olam hazeh, that specifically when a person gets so preoccupied and focused with this world, sheyach shetiyeh b'machshava al prasu more, that he's so focused on his status and his reward, what he's getting out of his service. I learned all these hours, I get this. What are you really getting? What are you looking for? But tsar al mash'enu maspik, and you feel pain on what you don't have and what you're lacking. You feel I don't have this or I don't have that, and you feel the pain of not having this thing. V'daiga al zichron alimud, and you even worry about did I learn enough? Am I smart enough? Do I remember? V'al kein isko b'avodas Hashem hu mitoch da'aga gedola madreigaso makomo b'torah. And really all your service and your hustling for serving God is just all about worrying on what level you're on and how much Torah you're on, your status. It's just it's nonsense. It's a ridiculous way to connect to God, being a servant to God and a slave to God. It's a horrible, deadly existence. But through remembering the day of your death, it's like you already see as if you've already died. You envision what it's like after you've passed. By the way, me and my friend Shlomo were talking about this today, so it's crazy that we're learning. We're like, what happens when you die? Do we become dolphins? Do we go to heaven? What's happening here? And someone, and through remembering all this stuff, where you're going to go, the inevitable reality, and you start to think about all the Torah that's that you've contemplated when you leave the world, and you think about what it really, the value of the Torah, how precious it is. Shu bevadai muchan liten kol hon imrak yis afsher lo lilmod shurot sforot V'esek HaMishnah B'Talmud. For sure, you're going to be prepared to pay any price in the world, to give anything. I'll give you $1 million just to go back to planet Earth and learn a few lines of Mishnah or Gemara or Halacha or Chumash, or give me a few more lines of Torah. Like when you die, the first thing you're going to want to do is be like, oh no, I can't believe I had the Torah right in front of me and I could have just been learning. I'll do anything just to learn a few pieces of Torah. Holy shnikes, can I go back? I'll give a left arm just for one Mishnah. That's what you're going to be feeling when you die. So guess what you could do now? Don't wait. Learn the Mishnah, guys. And your eyes will be given over to see the preciousness of how precious the study of Torah is, as it is seen by the souls once they die. Once the souls die, they get to see how precious Torah really is. Don't wait for that to happen to realize how precious it is. Like, activate the preciousness of the Torah now, before you die. וכך מסיר מעצמו כל נטייה למציאות חן בעיני בני אדם וכל מחשבה על דאוס בני אדם. And remove from yourself all considerations and thoughts of what other people think of you and what other people are concerned about you. Don't care about any of it. Drop it all. ולא made מתוך אהבה so es התורה מפני התורה היא חיים ומשענס לו. And you should love to learn Torah and and be involved in Torah. And this is your life, and it will support you, just learning Torah. Ki misbatlim hageus v'tzad nachash, because you're going to, by doing this strategy of just learning Torah because you love it and you realize how precious it is, you cancel out your ego, and the side of the snake, of the venom of the snake from Adam and Eve, you've turned the snake into a staff, and it supports you. Remember the story of Moses in the Torah? They threw the snake and it turned into a staff? Or they turned the staff and turned into a snake. I'm sorry. This concept of snake and staff turning into each other is like, yeah, you have the ego is the snake, you could turn it into a staff, which is your support. Torah will support you. And this is hinted in the verse, in the Torah, which speaks about this. V'zeu, ve'echoz biznavo, v'yishlach yado, v'yachazek bo, v'yi l'mateh b'chapo. When Hashem says to Moses, throw the snake and take it by the tail, and throw it, and it'll be strong, and it'll turn into a staff in your arm. God tells Moses, like, yeah, take the snake by the tail, and throw it, it'll turn into a staff. What does it mean, this snake by the tail? The tail of the snake is symbolic for the end, like the end of days, like where you're going. It's like, hold it by the end of days. Hold yourself by where you're heading. Hold yourself by your day of death. Hold yourself by the tail of the snake. Genius behind the scenes here by the Yanuka, the sweetest, delicious Torah I've ever seen in my life. In this way you could turn the Torah into a drug of life for you, and it will be a staff of support for you, and it will get your back. Guys, I wouldn't really preach this whole thing if I didn't see it firsthand work for myself. The Torah saved my life. I've seen the Torah save other people's lives. I promise you, the Torah will save your life. Let's go. I love you all very much. Have a wonderful day.